Hi there, everyone. Welcome to our after show. Look who we have with us today, some heavy hitters. I'm talking Sally McDonald, meteorologist Mike Iskevitz, BackstageOL.com's Dave Morales. And I was just thinking, we've had a heavy week of news. It's been tough, and sometimes you just need a break from all the seriousness. So I want to talk about some uplifting things. Sally, you had a really fun story when I was just walking into the studio. Talk more about that little cutie patootie I saw you with earlier.
Oh, yeah. So this was a video that the Astros shared, and it's being shared all over social media today. So look at this little kid. This kid is named Charlie Spring, and he has the same windup as Luis Garcia, one of the pitchers for the Astros. So somehow the Astros found out about this kid and how he imitates Luis on the mound in his Little League games, and so they invited him to throw out the first pitch at the game last night. Look at it, side by side here.
That's incredible.
Identical.
I mean, he is just right on. I love that.
Isn't that cute? Like the same, I don't know what you call that. Like the wind-up, I guess, right? But he's like swaying back and forth. He has the right steps. And look at how he gets it right to the plate there.
That's awesome.
That was really cool. So Luis Garcia and apparently our catcher, Martin Maldonado, made that moment happen last night for that little boy.
I tell you what, that's a special moment right there. That is so awesome. Well, Sally Mack, you are a busy lady today. I know that our promotions team is begging for you to get down the hall, so we're going to let you go.
Okay, thank you.
And I'm going to give you, your hall pass
this is my hall
to hit the road.
Reach over there. Thank you. There, now we have a team.
Now we can see. Here's your hall pass.
Here's my hall pass.
Set Sally free. All right, there you go, girl.
Sounds good. All right.
We got the distancing going for COVID just to be safe. No, it's actually a lighting thing today. Just kidding. All right. Hey, let's talk to Mike because it is a big weekend coming up, Mike. It is so nice outside with the cooler temps. I couldn't believe how beautiful it was last night. I did not want to come inside. I really wanted to sleep outside, but I figured I'd be eaten alive by mosquitoes.
Well, yeah, we don't get this too often here this time of the year. It's and there's so much going on too. Some school districts, it's the last day of school. So like for my girls, it's the last day of school. I know some other districts maybe have another day or a couple days, maybe next week, but the weather is going to be hot. So I know a lot of people will be maybe headed to the pool or something like that this weekend, and it is going to be a hot one for whatever you have planned, barbecues and beach and all that good stuff. Do know though that let's say you're headed to Galveston or Surfside or Crystal Beach or any of these spots coming up Sunday or Monday, it does look windy. So we're going to have this windy south breeze, and that tends to, make the water rougher and create rip currents. So if you are going to be at the beaches, just please keep that in mind. Keep an extra close eye on the kids. It is going to be hot. So yeah, after that beautiful overnight and beautiful morning we had, lows got down to the 50s in some spots. Should rebound all the way back up to about 90 this afternoon with reasonable humidity. And then it'll get progressively more humid and hotter as we head into the weekend. So not exactly breaking any records, but definitely above normal by a few degrees for this time of the year. I think some people may also be happy to know that we don't expect any showers or storms coming up for the holiday weekend, but it will definitely be hot. And, we talk about this all the time, and you've covered it so many times in your medical reports about protecting yourself from the sun. So the first day of summer is on June 21st. So the sun before, and like if you were to count 20 days before then or 20 days after then, the sun is equivalent. So we're in late May right now. So we're about 25 days, 26 days away from the start of summer. So if you were to go 26 days after, which would put us into July, you would definitely protect yourself from the sun in July, right? Because you think, well, that's like the heat of the summer, right? Well, actually, the sun out there this weekend is the same. It's the exact same angle. Might not be as hot as it is in July, but the potential to burn you is exactly the same. So make sure you protect yourself.
That is a good warning right there. And do you know what tomorrow is called?
No.
Don't Fry Day.
Okay.
Because it's the official start of summer, and we don't want your skin to fry. It's Friday, that actually comes from all the dermatologists who are very concerned about us not using that sunscreen.
I know. I mean, and I, having grown up in the South, and in South Florida, and when we were kids, our parents didn't know any better. I didn't wear a kind of sunscreen or anything, so I was burned, several times, and I know, right? That's one of the what do you call it? Help me out here. that might cause you to get skin cancer. Anyway, when you have blistering burns, what do you call that? I don't even know what we call that. When you've had something happen multiple times and then it could lead to trouble in the future. Anyway, so I had a couple of blistering burns, and so now, you know, and having been a lifeguard for so many years, I'm very careful about going out in the sun now, and I'm constantly fussing at my kids to put on sunscreen. And of course, them being teenagers and kids, they're like, no, we don't need that. And I'm like, trust me, you'll thank me when you're 40. You'll thank me when you're 50.
My mom always told me that, and I didn't listen, and I wiped it off, and I got skin cancer. So there you have it. Don't Friday tomorrow, everybody.
Yeah,
All right,
do
thank you
that.
for that, Mike. Okay, if you don't have plans and it's going to be a hot weekend, you might want to go to the movies. Let's check in with BackstageOL.com's Dave Morales. You got the biggest interviews for Top Gun Maverick, and Lena asked you during our morning news today if there is a volleyball scene, and you said you might give us a little spoiler alert. Everybody, spoiler alert. So I hear there's not, but there might be something a little similar. What's up?
Okay, before I get into that, I want to point out something that I just learned about our good friend Mike Iskovitz that I have known for many, many years. I had no idea that he used to be a lifeguard. I think that is cool. I could see Mike up in the, you know, the umbrella with the high raised chair.
And
Just
all the
kinda
girls
looking over.
swooning, freaking out that Iski's on the stand, baby.
I never had that white stuff on my nose. And by the way, risk factor was what I was trying to come up with. and my
Oh,
brain went
sorry.
out.
I couldn't come up with it for
Yeah.
you either. All right.
I love it.
There you have
I
it.
love it. Mike, you're getting a text from me right after the after show. I think it's awesome. All right. Look, the Paramount Police, I don't want them knocking on my door, so I will not be giving any spoilers. But Lena's been texting me. Lena's a sleuth. She's on it. She knows what's going on. She knows her movies. I can say this. There is it does look, this movie, I rewatched the old one, and as a little tip, if you want to watch the old one, it's on Netflix. I thought it was going to be harder to find. No, if you want to do a little refresher, it's only like an hour and a half to go back and rewatch the older one from 1986, or maybe watch it for the very first time. It's on Netflix, and I would check it out before you don't need to know it, because basically you know the story and the characters. You know, Tom Cruise is a Navy pilot. He's teaching now. He's not really, he does do fight scenes, but I better watch it now with the spoilers. Okay, now answering the question. What I was saying was that this new movie pays homage to the old one in the dialogue and the scenes and the characters. If you really know the first one, then you will notice things in this movie. That being said, most likely there is something that is themed close to what we're talking about this morning. That is as far as I'm going to go. I'm sorry, Lena, if you're watching us, that is as far as I'm going to go. I'm going to make everybody find out for themselves what I am talking about. But you won't be disappointed. Okay, I'll add that as well. The main thing you need to know too, as we go into the kickoff of the summer movie season, and we've got a lot of big movies coming up. We just booked Lightyear, the new Pixar film. We'll be talking to the cast of that. We've got the Jurassic movie that's coming up in a week and a half. Jeff Goldblum, Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard. We have interviews with that entire cast. But tomorrow morning on Fox 26, Tom Cruise is going to talk to us and answer a question about Top Gun Maverick, and Miles Teller, who plays Goose's son in this particular movie. And there are scenes that, I mean, Miles looks just like Goose when he's got the mustache going. It's crazy. Like I saw it on the screen, and find the biggest screen you can. And I was like, oh my gosh, the resemblance is uncanny. So tomorrow morning, Miles Teller in the 8 and Tom Cruise in the 9 a.m. hour, Top Gun Maverick. It is time to release it to the public. It's going to be #1 at the box office this weekend. Everybody will be talking about it. But yeah, go back and watch the old one on Netflix if you want before you see the new one. But this movie is getting rave reviews, and it earns it, including mine. It's just an excellent film. It's very well done. It's a great story, and I know you will enjoy it.
Okay, so this is what I have to say about that non-spoiler alert, Dave. You must like your job, because you don't want movie producers to find out that you give out the goods before it airs.
Melissa,
That's a
as you
smart
know,
man right there.
You and I have been talking movies on and off the air for many, many years. I love when I get a text from Melissa. She's like, do you think the kiddos will like this? And I've been like, for your kiddos, I've been like, Uncle Dave.
You
when I'm
have.
like, okay, maybe keep them away from this. No, they'll love this one. A little bit of
good.
language, but I think they'll enjoy it. But no, so we've been talking movies for a long time, and I will tell you right now, yes, absolutely love covering them and talking about them with you and Mike and the entire Fox 26 family. But yeah, and plus I want people to enjoy it.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
But yeah, I don't think Lena will. She won't be disappointed.
No, she'll be a happy camper. All right, Dave, thank you for
happy.
that. And thank you all for being here. Happy Friday Eve to you. Don't fry tomorrow. Have a beautiful day. Thanks to our crew for punching up this show and making it happen. We love you. We appreciate you. And we will see you all soon. Toodaloo.